Hey second graders, I wanted to give you a quick review. I'm actually sitting outside because it is a beautiful day, so if you hear some birds chirping in the background, you can just ignore that. Today I want to do a review of arrays, so just really short, and you're going to need a piece of just plain notebook paper. So if you need to push pause, you need to go get a pencil, not a pen. We do not use pens in math. You need to get a pencil and a piece of notebook paper, and you're going to follow along with me. So push pause now and go get your supplies and come back and push play. Alright, so I can use arrays to make multiplication sentences. So your words are going to be row, column, groups, and in each group. So, for example, I have a row here. Now some of you are getting confused on your homework of a row and a column. A row is across this way. Alright, so if I have my stars, I have one row. Now, if I have another row, I have two rows. That's because they're always going from side to side, horizontal. And if I have one more row, I would have three rows. And so if I made this a sentence, I would actually have three rows of, and then the of part means in each. So right now, if you look, I have three rows. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 rows already. Now how many are in each row? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then my sentence right here would say 3 rows of 4. That matches. Okay, now if I had a column, I would have, let's say I did it up and down like this, and I just put a bunch of footballs. Let me do one more, or 2 more, how about 2 more? Now it's the same exact thing, guys, just because I lined them up and down. Let's count how many rows I have. Alright, so if I count my rows, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I still count my rows going down. Okay, just because it's in a longer column going up and down, I'm still going to count my rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have 5 rows of, that means how many in each? I have 1, 2. There's 2 in each row going across. So I have 5 rows of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, hopefully that helps clear things up. Rows go across, always and forever. Columns go up and down. So right here I would have 2 columns, but I still like to say 5 rows of 2, or you could say 2 columns of 5. That would be the difference. We don't usually say 2 columns though, we usually use rows. So it's just like thinking of groups and in each group. So if I, whoops, sorry about that. If I have groups, I tried to match the groups with the orange here. There we go. If I had, let's say I had 3 groups. So the groups right here are orange. Now in each group is saying like, whoops. It's just like saying that, say I had 2 stars in each group. So how would I write a multiplication sentence? I want you to write it down on your piece of paper and see if you get your answer right. So click pause and think about how many groups and how many in each group and write a multiplication sentence. When I write my multiplication sentence, I like to think of groups first, and then I like to think of in each group is the next one. And then your end would be your total. So I have groups in each group, and then I'm going to write total over here. You don't have to write this. I just want you to follow along. So it's just like what we've always done, guys. Blank, blank equals blank. But this time, instead of writing a plus or minus, oops, it's going to be a multiplication, which I also noticed you can use the X, the letter X in the middle. That's the same for multiplication. It's a big old X. So I have blank blank equals blank down here. So hopefully you wrote how many groups. I have 3 groups. So I'm going to write a 3 because I have 3 big circles, and then I have 2 in each group. So 2 stars in each one. Now how many stars do I have all together? Well, hopefully you can count by 2's, just like we practiced. 2, 4, 6. There we go. The total is I have 6 total stars. All right. Now, I'm going to have you guys start following along on a piece of paper. So for example, I notice of you are mixing up which one is in rows and which one is in columns. So if I said three rows of 5, to draw that out, what I would need to do is to draw, I usually draw circles because it's easiest. Just like I tell you guys, drawing circles is really fast and easy. So I would do 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stack my 3 rows first so I don't forget. And then how many are in each row? 5. So I'm going to go, we have to start our first one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's very important that you try your very best to keep them in a straight line so that these are all in a straight line and that these are all in a straight line, because if you get them all wonky over here like that, you might mix it up. So we have to make sure we keep them really straight, because arrays need to be straight rows and straight columns. They should be lined up as close as possible. So now in all, my multiplication sentence would say 3 times 5, and I can count by 5's because there's 5 in this row, 5 in this row, 5 in this row, and then there's 3 rows. So 5, 10, 15. So my answer is 15. All right, I have you guys practicing another one. I want you to practice this number. I would like you to practice 4 rows of 3. And I want you to draw out a picture. So I want you to write this on your notebook, 4 rows of 3, and then I want you to draw a picture of it. So push pause and go ahead and work on this. All right, hopefully this is what you had. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and you had 3 in each row. Now you need to make sure that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Now, if you did it wrong, this is what it would have looked like. Now, this is crazy, but I and pasted it. Now, if I turn this to the side, check it out. This is the same as this, but now I have 3 rows and 4 in each row. And all I did was took the same picture and I just turned it to the side. So it's still the same answer. I still have the same exact amount of stars. It's just that now I have 3 rows. Now I have 3. So this multiplication sentence would be 3 times 4. But this multiplication sentence is 4 times 3. That's where you guys were getting mixed up. 4 rows of 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 rows of 4 is 1, 2, 3. So this first number counts for the rows. Alright, so I have you practicing on this page. I would like you to write these out just like I have spaced. I spaced them apart and put some lines in between so that you can draw pictures. And I want you to draw a picture of it and then check your answer when you're finished. So push pause, do the work on your piece of paper, and then I'm going to show you the answer. Okay, don't worry. That was just a kid in the neighborhood running around. But here we go. Hopefully you have started at least going 3 rows down, and then you put 5 in each row. And then you have 5 rows down and 3 in each row. So it's kind of tricky. So make sure that you have yours correct. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. 5. And then you should have 3 rows of 5. All right, here you go. You need to have 1, 2, 3 rows, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in each row. Same here, you should have 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3, 1, 2, 3 in each row. So a lot of times when I count multiplication, I like to count the row, how many rows, or how many I have in each row, and then how many rows. So actually, if I just do a little trick here, if I just think and I only count the top and I count 1, 2, 3, I know my multiplication sentence is 3, and then I count just down one side and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I know that my multiplication sentence is 3 times 5. And then ooh, this 5 right here is really easy. I know how to count by 5s really well. So all I have to do is count 5, 10, 15, 3 times. All right, my last practice is 4 rows of 2 and 3 rows of 7. So I'm going to have you do this all by yourself and then click pause so you can work on it, and then I'm just going to show you the answers, and this is it for the day. So I hope this kind of helped you understand what rows and groups and in each group is. So if we go way back to our front page of what I wanted you to learn today, I want you to understand that you can use arrays to make multiplication sentences by using rows. We don't really use the word columns very much, but we do use groups, and in each group it's really important. So hopefully that helped you today. You can pause the video now, and then I'm going to go back and check your answers on the last page. Have a great day, guys.